When it comes to Nicki Minaj and all her rap beefs with the girls, I really don't care. You know, she don't like Cardi, Megan, all the other girls. Well, it's funny because all the Barbz were coming at Megan Thee Stallion for twerking on stage for Kamala Harris. They went at Cardi B and said her speech, she sounded dumb and can't speak English. But yet their queen, the queen of rap, is now fully MAGA. She made the complete heel turn finally, and she was at the Turning Point USA event being interviewed by Erica Kirk. They're currently on Twitter Spaces or X Spaces right now, going crazy. The whole Gag City, Gag Nation is in shambles, and I'm loving it. But they really gonna crash out when they see this clip of Charlie Kirk basically obliterating Nicki Minaj and talking about, well, let me go ahead and shut up. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's get into this clip, y'all. Nicki Minaj is a useful idiot. She has a large platform, and she can definitely do a lot of harm spread and misinformation. But I think at this point, people looking at Nicki Minaj like, you done lost it. But hey, what do I know? But let's go ahead and get into this clip where Charlie Kirk was all like, Nicki Minaj is not a role model for Black girls. Yikes.
Isn't that wild?
Minaj, Cardi B.
Okay, Nicki Minaj is causing dads to leave the home.
Hold on a second. I don't think that's a good role model for 18-year-old Black girls. I don't think that songs that are talking about like glorifying wet female genitalia is exactly, I don't know which one wrote that song. Which one was it?
I think it was Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But by the way, the role models of the 1940s and 50s for Black America were completely different.
So it is a representation issue.
Hold on a second. No, not representation. It's who do you get your art from? It's what values are they putting forward? For example, more times than not, Black politicians will lament the condition of America. It's systemically racist. It's terrible. What does that do to a 14-year-old Black kid if you just find that, if you hear that everything is rigged against you? Instead, they should be saying, hey, there might be some barriers, but if you believe in yourself enough, you can achieve in this country. It creates a form of social conditioning of low expectations. And that's not my argument. You know whose argument that is? Barack Obama's.
I don't necessarily agree with everything you said either, man.
Barack Obama said, number one, we need more fathers in the home. This is when Barack Obama didn't go super woke.
Barack Obama's a liberal. I don't care what he's got to say.
Okay, but Barack Obama, then secondly, he said that we can't keep telling our Black youth that you can't succeed in this country. Anybody can succeed in this country. And Obama was right when he said that. Obama was correct when he said that we need to change the story we're telling Black America.
We were not being represented and not being admired for our beauty. If we felt like that as Black women, why would we want to do that to other women? Why would we now need to make other people downplay their beauty so that we can feel, no, that's not how it works. I don't need someone with blonde hair and blue eyes to downplay their beauty because I know my beauty. Do you understand? It doesn't bother me that a woman feels and says that she's beautiful. Why shouldn't she feel that? Why have we gotten to a point where certain colors or certain kinds of people have to be afraid of loving themselves and loving the way they look? Like, isn't that wild?
Minaj, Cardi B.
So let's go ahead and dissect this real quick. So first of all, Charlie Kirk didn't know who was Nicki or who was Cardi B. He was all like, I don't know which one sing that song. He was talking about WAP, by the way. So he was really talking about Cardi B. But Nicki Minaj does have sexual suggestive lyrics, you know, Anaconda and a few other songs, right? But with that being said, the funny thing about this is that Nicki is doing all this capping for somebody who would not even give a damn about her, who probably didn't give a damn about her. Let's just put that out there. But the fact that she is now feeling like, oh yeah, I need to go up there and basically make white women feel good. Whoever said that white women or the European standard is not the look that everybody wants, or the look that, you know, is propped up to, we all need to have those standards. You know, the straight hair, blonde hair, blue eyes, thin, lighter skin, fair skin. Those are the beauty standards here in America. So at the end of the day, no one is telling white women that they're not beautiful. And who's saying that they need to basically suppress themselves to make black women feel better? Or who's saying that black women are going around saying, oh, you can't be us, you can't be me, you can't do this? Now, there's cultural appropriation, which is a way different conversation than what Nicki Minaj is talking about. But at the same time, you can't go on that stage and be all like, yeah, all women should love themselves and feel, yeah, they should. I don't know what you're saying or what you're trying to say. Like, it really seemed that she was trying to allude to black women putting down white women, and why do they do that? And that makes a lot of sense, because later on, J.D. Vance said in his speech about how white people no longer have to apologize for being white. Oh yeah, I definitely see what's going on here. But let's talk about Charlie Kirk, because they love to say, oh, you took everything out of context. No, it be in context. But when, you know, he was talking about how Nicki Minaj and Cardi B aren't role models. Well, they make adult music. They're not supposed to be role models for little girls. If someone is letting these, if a parent is letting these celebrities parent their children, that's on the parent. That is not on the artist. The artist is a performer. They are an entertainer. And again, these ladies make adult content. But at the end of the day, who is he to tell little black girls what they need to be watching or anything? F him. I'm sorry. At the end of the day, F him. And then he got into Barack Obama saying that, you know, we need to stop telling black kids that they can't do this or they can't do that. And he was also speaking about the obstacles and all this other stuff. Here's the thing. No one goes around, and let me just speak for black people. No black person goes around and says, I'm oppressed. I can't think, I can't function because I'm so oppressed. No one says that. However, we do recognize the obstacles. And it's funny because he even used the word, you know, there are a few obstacles. Yes, that's what we say. But we never say that we can't amount to anything. We can't do better. We can't strive for more. We never say that. But we realize the reality of living in this country. It's a lot of BS that we have to face. But we're never on here all like, oh, I can't do anything because of the white man. That's some shit that y'all watch in a movie or a TV show, and y'all love to prop that up as if it's true. Now, him talking about the absentee father and all this stuff, I get so sick of hearing that because I grew up with my dad. I lived with my father. And so hearing those things, I'm all like, well, I didn't have that experience. And I'm not saying that there aren't black children that don't experience that or black people who don't experience that. I know that is a reality, but that doesn't cover us all. It's so crazy because when you think about it with that statistic about, you know, black fathers not being in the home or whatnot, well, when the baby is born out of wedlock, those also play into those numbers. So where, yeah, you're going to have a single family home if you are a single person that is not married. And that is so crazy that just fell right now. But we're gonna keep that in there. Hold on, that's Chadwick Boseman. Hold on, I gotta pick him up, y'all. Hold on. Sorry, we can't just let Black Panther just fall like that, y'all. Oh Lord, how did that happen? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Not T'Challa. Oh no, man. Okay, we just gonna hold it up here. So yeah. So anyway, but we can't just say that, you know, black fathers aren't involved when there's a study done by the CDC that actually said that black fathers are more involved in their children's day-to-day lives. And I know for me, That's true. My dad looked at homework. He even cooked, taught me what I know today. Like, my father was very involved. And yes, he did work. So all those stereotypes that they try to put on black men and black fathers, it's BS. Don't listen to it. Do not listen to it, because you'll go around and you hear a lot of these black conservatives repeat talking points that they get from white people. Just like Nicki Minaj about the whole, oh, black women, you don't need to denigrate another white woman to prop her. Who's doing that? Who's saying that? If anything, because European standards are looked at as what we need to achieve, when people say black is beautiful, that's more of an affirmation. That's more of a confirmation that, yes, we are beautiful too. It's not saying that nobody else is good or nobody else compares. It's saying that, no, we look good. There is nothing wrong with that. You know, and all the stuff that we learned about hating ourselves, from our hair to our facial features to our skin color, we learned that from the white man. So yeah, we know that our beauty standards are what we would consider beauty. They don't consider that beautiful. This is why there is movements like this about black is beautiful, about our hair. The reason why black people were wearing froze, because this is how our hair grow. What's wrong with that? And if black people want to straighten their hair, they can straighten their hair. They can perm it, curl it, whatever they want to do with it. It's their hair. But back to Charlie Kirk. I feel like somebody like Charlie Kirk, and let's be honest, the rest of the Republicans, they love to prop up black people like this. They are going to love Nicki Minaj for now, but when she pisses them off, I guarantee they are going to turn on her. You know who's learning that lesson right now? Candace Owens. And listen, I don't give a damn about Candace Owens. Whatever happens to her, happens to her. At the end of the day, she was okay with spreading misinformation, using propaganda to downplay or denigrate black people. So at the end of the day, Candace gonna get what she's gonna get, and the same with Nicki. Nicki is gonna get what she's gonna get. But I love watching this clip of Charlie Kirk, who was like, she's not a role model for little black girls. And then you got Nicki up there on stage today, capping with Erica Kirk. You can't make this shit up. You cannot make this up. And like I said, I'm leaving in that little blooper right there. But anyway, you guys, let me know what you guys think about this clip. Please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I love y'all for watching, but we out of here. And love one another, y'all. Deuces.